as a new Agile team member tasked with writing user stories for an upcoming sprint, which of the following element is most important to include to ensure that user stories are effective? Now, first, some of you may start even debating, can the team member write a user story? Because we believe product owner must write the user story. So I keep reminding, anyone can write a user story. Team member can do it. Project manager can also do it. Yeah, most likely that's not the case, but can do it. But will this user story stay in the backlog? Will it get prioritized? When should we do it? That decision has to be made by high power, high interest stakeholder. Usually we call him product owner. Yeah. So yes, anyone can design a good user story. So what we are understanding with this question is very simple, straightforward question and asking, out of the following four, which defines a good user story? Yeah. Let's go with option A. Acceptance criteria should be included, detailed technical specification should be included, diagram and that visually represents how the user will interact with the software is needed. So it has some good ideas, some optional ideas, and some not desired ideas. So what is a good idea? Acceptance criteria. What is a not desired idea? Technical specification, because the user story focuses on user need and expectation. What is an optional idea? Diagram that represents how the user and system and software will interact. You can call it wireframe, you can call it user journey or whatever. That's a optional thing which could be a part of as an explanation of a user story, but not necessary, but optional thing. So we definitely detailed technical specification makes it out. That's not needed in the user story. Let's go with option B. Acceptance criteria, great. Ensuring each story is delivered value to the user, great. And a small enough to be completed within a sprint. So if you follow invest, this focuses on three criteria of invest. Yeah, it should be testable. Yeah, it should be small and it should be valuable. Now, it's very unlikely that PMI is going to ask you the full form of invest, but it is very likely the PMI expects that when you are working with a user story, you know what is called a good user story for the upcoming sprint. Yeah. Now, for a future sprints, the story is not necessary to be small enough, but for the upcoming sprints, they are expected to be small enough. So this is good. There is no negative words. That's a great point here. Let's see option C. Acceptance criteria, yes. With the user estimated by the team, with the user story estimated by the team for feasibility and time allocation. Yes, yeah, that's there. So user story should be estimated. That's a good idea because it's an invest. Yeah, so C is a candidate. It has nothing wrong. The user story should have an acceptance criteria and it should be estimated. Now we will have to compare between B and C and probably read the question again, but C is a candidate as B. Yeah, they are pretty close. Let's see. Yeah. Option D, acceptance criteria, detailed technical specification and the estimation of the size to gauge the sprint capacity, out because of technical specifications. So A and D got out because of technical specification. Now there is a competition between B and C, and how do I compare it? I need to read the question again. As a new Agile team member tasked with writing user story for an upcoming sprint, which of the following element is most important to include to ensure the user stories are effective? Now, this is the catch. If it is written for the next sprint itself, it should be small. If this is for maybe 1 or 2 sprint ahead, it's not necessary to be small. The option B already includes sizing, because when I'm saying it should be small enough to complete within a sprint, it means it is estimated. So option B is more complete because it is including the idea of estimation as well. And it is insisting on or validating one of the idea that, do you understand that stories which are expected to come in a coming sprint should be small enough so that they get done 100% inside that particular time box. Yeah. And that is something needed for upcoming sprints user story. And that's why the option B is the right option here. The PMP exam content outline, we are still towards the process domain, task 8, plan and manage scope. Yeah, we spoke about topics like user stories and invest. Our objective with this question is not to just give you A, B, C as an answer, but help you to understand the various aspects surrounding that particular question. And we use these 5 minutes, 6 minutes as a tool to communicate some concepts to you. And that's why we keep insisting that even if you get the right answer, you should watch the video. So if you're liking our videos, subscribe to our channel so that you get notified whenever we put the new videos on project management or any other related topic like Agile or project managers interviews.